And it is my duty to first of all introduce a resource person for the day. Dr. George has been an academician for more than 25 years with PhD in teaching methodology, MA in English, B.Ed, and MBA in Human Resource Management. He was served as the Dean and Professor at Purdue University, USA, till 2017. He is a CBSE resource person for topics like value education, experiential learning, stress management, library science, and very importantly on happy classrooms. He is a founder and editor-in-chief of Global English-oriented research journal, an international peer-reviewed research journal. And Dr. George is currently working as a principal at Crescent Public School, Chalakudi. Let me once again welcome Professor Dr. George Kolanjeri for session. Over to you, sir, for your snippets of wisdom.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Prasid. How are you?
Great, sir. I'm great. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine. Thank you. Is it quite audible and visible to you?
It is audible. It is perfectly visible from my end, sir.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. I think almost 300 participants are there at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope there are more participants, right? So can we start? Can we go ahead?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, that's fine, yes. Good morning, dear friends. I welcome each and every person to this session. And as you know, this is not going to be a one-man show, whereas only with your participation, we can make it a dynamic one, we can make it very colorful, we can make it fruitful and effective. Otherwise, it will be a waste of time for both of us, isn't it? So I request everyone to join in this session with me. We are going to share our knowledge and experience. So I am so delighted to see each and every one, because basically we are educators and we take great pride in it. And that's the reflection of our genuine commitment and interesting that we are here in the morning itself. We might have got a lot of commitments, other commitments. Still, we are here just because of our passion towards profession. We will start with, let me share my PPT with you. Okay. I was already introduced by my dear friend, Mr. Prasid. And it's a great honor for me to be invited by a very popular publishing company like Password and to meet all of you. May I start with a positive thinking note in the morning. Positive thinking is not only about expecting the best to happen, but it is also about accepting whatever happens is for the best. I would like to repeat. Please think. Positive thinking is not only about expecting the best to happen. We cannot expect only the best to happen in our life. But positive thinking is about accepting whatever happens is for the best. So with this thought, we are here. I'm asking you two questions. Am I a kind teacher or a kind of teacher? Think of. This session, I'm sure we are, not you, but we are going to be empowered for tomorrow soon after this session. The objectives of this workshop or this session is to throw light on online teaching topics or online teaching tips, advanced teaching methods, how to overcome online stress, involving parents in learning process, promoting holistic development and experiential learning, and so on and so forth. These are some of the topics that came from our participants beforehand. So it was quite good for me to get prepared with this one. As our topic goes, it is strategic and functional approach towards real-time schooling. Please, somebody is scratching on the screen. Could you please stop that so that smooth functioning or smooth running of the session will go on, please. Okay, all right. See, real-time schooling or online education or e-learning. So whatever is there, all these things are, or sometimes people call it as online indoctrination. People call it with the different names. Whatever is there, we are going to test the strategic and functional approach towards virtual classroom or real-time schooling or online learning. What do we mean by strategic? Strategy, strategic. The strategic approach is a departure from traditional methods because it focuses primarily on organizational development and goals rather than on individual employee development. Quite often we say that, yes, we are team players. We are part of an organization. There are individual objectives as well as organizational objectives. When we work in an institution, the primary focus is for the organizational development, organizational objectives, achievements. So strategic approach tells us about a departure from the traditional methods. And the functional approach, what does it mean? The functional approach to teaching is a methodology which is supposed to allow the learner to function effectively and is designed as the user's needs. So that means we have many things that tells us the learner will be able to function independently. Clear? Okay, that's good. Soon after that, as you know, I'm going to paste a link in the chat box. You may feel, and please listen to the instruction very clearly so that we can make it more fruitful. The first column has been named as My Childhood Dream. You may write down what was your dream or what was your ambition in your childhood. What did you want to become in your life? And you may just write down your first name. That's enough, because your identity is not very much important. But I would like to talk to you if you can jot down your name. Clear? Yes, you can see a link has been given there. Could you please access that? Please access the link. Only the first one. My childhood dream. What did you want to become? Please click on the plus button and you can write down. There is a plus button. Click on that and you will be able to type. Like for example, I wanted to become a doctor. So I am writing doctor and writing down my name as George. That's it. Now you may write down the second one. Please write only the first one. Okay, we are coming. Fine. Now please listen to me. I'm with you. Never produce learned monsters or skilled psychopaths or educated maniacs. What's our idea? Or what's our planning? Why are we teachers? We have a lot of things to share. Like, see, Warren Buffett, what did he tell? He told, look at three things in a person: intelligence, energy, and integrity. Intelligence, energy, and integrity. If they don't have the last one, that means integrity, don't even bother with the first. So being a teacher, it's very important to have integrity in our professional life. What about you? Just read this one. What is written? A bad teacher complains. An average teacher teaches. A good teacher explains. An excellent teacher illustrates. And a great teacher inspires. It's a time of introspection. We need to check. We need to see whether I'm a bad teacher, I'm always complaining in our job. Am I an average teacher? I'm just going and teaching, that's all, my duty is over. Or I'm a good teacher, I'm explaining things in the class, reading, explaining, that's all, I'm a good teacher. An excellent teacher illustrates. I'm using a lot of teaching methodology, I'm teaching a lot of teaching materials, and I illustrate to the maximum. I'm an excellent teacher. Or am I a great teacher who inspires my students? So these things we need to think. See, when we look at the type of teachers, we can see there are playful teachers who are okay, enjoying doing their job, and lazy teachers, corrupt teachers, the teachers who are not at all sincere and committed to their profession. There are some teachers who are very strict. They think that their job is to maintain the discipline. So disciplinarians. Another one is archaic teacher. Means the traditional one, whatever my previous, the former teachers, whatever they followed, I'm just doing the same thing. But the last one is the most important. Teacher for the future, ever evolving teacher, always ready to be flexible with the changes of the time, burning with passion and compassion, equipped with the skills to deliver quality all-round academic experience. Quality all-round academic experience, quality education. 21st century teacher will focus on development, on self-development and self-improvement, ready to abide by the three domains of learning. Which are the three domains? Affective, cognitive, and can anybody write down in the chat box? The chat box. Can anyone mention which are the three domains? I already told cognitive, related to intelligence, brain, and yes, you have written that. And second one, affective, emotional, and third one is psychomotor, the physical development. Thank you. So we need to focus on these three domains so that our teaching will be more focused. What is today's education's reality? See, a lot of changes are happening. Still, teachers are still the backbone of the education system. Whatever development happens in the technology, still teachers cannot be replaced. Teachers are still the backbone of the education system. With changing times come new challenges. Especially, let's look at COVID-19 scenario. Yesterday we had a meeting in our school, and one of the senior teachers shared a beautiful experience. The gist is that before COVID-19 scenario, we did not even check what's the password of the laptop that's kept at home. But once the COVID-19 started, we started facing a very challenging time, and we started doing the online classes. The training was initiated, and that was the time when I started to check after a long time what's the password of my laptop, and started check where is the PPT, where is MS Word, and where are the other applications. That means when the time changes, new challenges come much ahead of you. Then we cannot face new challenges with the old tools. I'm sure you agree with me fully. When new challenges are coming, we need to find new tools to face that. For example, when 3G came in mobile technology, so all the other phones with other technology, they were discarded by most of the people, and people turned to 3G. When it was upgraded to 4G, again, people changed the tools that were being used in that. So what I would like to say is, always the new time has new challenges.
Stakeholder needs to evolve to meet the demands of change or risk becoming redundant. Some major challenges faced by our teachers. There are some challenges faced by our teachers. What is that? How do I move beyond traditional teaching? Always this is a problem. See, normally when we study management, it is said that when a change is brought in an organization, the first thing is the resistance from the people. Now, if you are a good motivator, if you are a good leader, you can change the mindset of people, and you can reduce the resistance from the employees, and you can go ahead. So, are you ready to go beyond traditional teaching? That is first question. And if yes, how do I develop activities beyond that's challenging as well as engaging? How do I utilize available resources? How do I handle expectations of demanding parents? How do I teach the able and challenging child in the same classroom? See, the two words are very important. Able and challenging. Able and challenging. Okay. How do I remain lifelong learners to acquire new skills? Sometimes, see, some of our teachers, or including, I mean, myself and even you, see, when we are employed in an organization and we feel that, yes, my job is secure now, my environment is okay, the working atmosphere is fine, and there our learning comes to an end. Then maybe our prime motive is job and salary, these two things. We need to think in a different perspective. We need to be lifelong learners to acquire new skills. I'm sure when the corona disease came and when we started the online education, each and every person became more computer literate. It's a green signal for us. What's that? We started acquiring new skills. 21st century learner and teacher. It's very important that we are living in 21st century. And if we are still using the age-old tools and methods of 20th century, we are going to face issues. Now, what are the things that I
Hello,
will...
sir.
Yes,
Very
please.
sorry to interrupt. Can you be a bit more audible, sir?
Yeah, sure. Is it okay, sir, now?
Now
Is
it's
it
fine.
okay? Fine. May I continue?
Now it's fine, sir. Now it's perfect.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Right. Yes. Okay. So, competencies for 21st century teachers command over the subject with a constant update. Please very carefully listen. I am telling you so that I can share certain views with you. And I would like to listen from you later. Command over the subject with a constant update. Interpersonal skills, lifelong learners. The 21st century teachers need to be lifelong learners. And joyful teaching and learning, as it was introduced by CBSE a year ago. Joyful learning. CBSE put forward 3 major ventures in the educational arena. What was that? Number 1, experiential learning. Number 2, joyful learning. Third one, art integration. So these 3 things are helping us to become a 21st century teacher. Now, may I talk a few things about the first thing, command over the subject with a constant update. We have always heard about the story of a woodcutter. He went to someone, and that landlord or that person, that owner of...
Hello, sir. Sorry again. I think you should keep the microphone a bit more close to your mouth.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
Now it is perfect. The more you move it away, I believe it's not audible properly.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Right. Okay. So, see, a woodcutter approached someone and told that, yes, I would like to cut some trees if you have some job for that. And of course, the owner told that, yes, see, this is my garden, and the number of trees you cut, you will be rewarded for that. You will be paid for that. So on the first day, he was able to cut down 30 trees, and he was paid for that. And second day, 25 trees. Third one, 20 trees. So after the third day, he started thinking why it happened like that. Because the effort that I am putting is the same, and the time I am spending the same. Still, what's happening? And finally, he understood the fact that my tool has to be sharpened. He was using the same axe for every day. He never bothered about the tool that he was using. And it's very important to update our knowledge as per the requirement of the time. Then, innovative and creative. Versatile strategies we are adopting sometimes the age-old strategy of teacher-centered learning, but we need to check the nature of our learners, the requirements of our learners. According to that, we need to master multifarious strategies to tackle their requirements. Then collaborator. We need to be a collaborator. We need to include collaborative learning so that there will be, I'll talk about this topic in the coming slides. Digital literacy is one of the most important things that a teacher needs at the moment. Digital literacy. Previously, it was not that much required. Now, why do we need digital literacy? Not only in the COVID scenario, but most of us are having a smartphone, and we should know how to use it. We should know what are the techniques that can be utilized for the purpose of the students, and how to use a laptop in a very productive way. So many things. For that, we need to keep our mind focused. Then, whatever we teach, it needs to be relevant. This is for 21st century learning. The other one for teachers, this is for learning. Make it relevant, develop thinking skills. Whenever we are doing something, always try to develop the thinking skills of our students. We come to the topic critical thinking and all. It's very important. And thinking skills developing. Encourage learning transfer. Whatever we teach a child, that has to be transferred from a student to another one. Otherwise, it will get rusted. So encourage learning transfer. We can say peer tutoring, peer learning. Teach students how to learn. It's a skill that is to be acquired by each and every student. See, we are going to the classroom. We are teaching them. But have you ever taught them how to learn something? We might have different methods, mnemonics, acronyms, structural words, collocation methods, a lot of different strategies we know, but have we ever transferred this piece of knowledge, or have we told them how to learn these things, what I am teaching you? It's very important. Address misunderstandings in the class time, or even after that, beyond that. If you feel that there are certain misunderstandings, the teacher needs to address those issues.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we're getting comments that it is not audible properly. So, if you can try with the computer's audio instead of this.
Okay. Is it audible now?
It is audible now, sir. It looks perfect.
This is better?
This is much better. Much better.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, thank you. Yes. So, treat teamwork like an outcome. Always when we plan something, it should be a result-oriented activity. We always encourage teamwork in an organization. This teamwork or concept of teamwork should be an outcome. And we should use whatever possible technology to support the learning process. So for that, we need to work very hard. I'm bringing a small story, 3 Stone Cutters, written by Peter Drucker. He is known as management guru, where he is showing one picture, a stone cutter. He says that I am earning a living. Another person is telling, I am becoming the best stone cutter in the country. So first one, don't forget, first one told, I am earning a living. And second one says, I'm becoming the best stone cutter in the country. And third one is telling, I'm building a grand monastery. Monastery, you know, where the monks or the religious people stay. What difference do you find in the attitude of the stone cutter? Three stone cutters, they are doing their job. But we can see the attitude or the vision they have. How do you define teaching as a profession for you? It's a moment for each and every person to think, if I'm a professional, how do I define teaching? Is it a way to make a living? Teaching, it's just a way to make a living? Or is it a responsibility to be fulfilled? I'm a teacher, that's why I'm doing this job. Or I'm father in the family, or I'm mother, and I need to take care of the family, for that I need money. So I'm working and I'm doing my responsibility properly. Or are you part of a greater purpose? Are you part of a greater purpose? Are you standing for a noble cause as a teacher? May I tell you something? I think some of my friends have joined here from Middle East. I'd been working as the dean of an American university abroad. So before that, I was working in the Ministry of Education in the Sultanate of Oman as a government employee. So the salary was, of course, quite handsome. It was good. Job was not that much strenuous. But we had, of course, we had challenges. There, we, with our friends, we used to tell that here, after working, I'm talking about some 25 years back. Here we are getting real satisfaction, not real satisfaction. Here we are getting real satisfaction, real Omani currency, real Omani reals. So we are getting real satisfaction, not real satisfaction. So when we are working as a teacher, am I working because it's livelihood, source of livelihood for me? I'm working because just I'm teacher and my responsibility is to teach the children, so I'm doing that. And third one is, no, I'm standing for a great purpose. Yes, somebody had already annotated, put a mark, a responsibility to be filled. I don't know why and how. But these are the three dimensions of a job. What is teaching for you? What is teaching for you? It's a profession with a vision and mission that is to be taken with a passion. Teaching is a profession with a vision and mission. Teaching is totally different from all the other professions. It is totally different. Yes, somebody has written a message there. It's pleasure. It's a pleasure work. If we are playing with the students, we get free minds like that. If we mingle with students, we build new society through these children. So we are the one part to build society. Our knowledge will be increased, and it's amazing job. We get every day new experience. Yes, it's a passion. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy to see your feedback with that. And teachers are like tanks, my dear friends. We are water tanks. And students are like taps. Now we need to check when we open the tap whether the water will be coming or not. When we open the tap, we are looking, drops are coming, or there is a good flow of water. If the students need to get water from the tank should be full. And for that, we need to have the qualities of a 21st century teacher. Remove the fear factor, dear friends. That's age old. In the olden period, we need to create or we used to create a fear factor among the students, being very strict. Now you remove that. You bring back happiness to the students. That's what is meant by joyful learning in the class. Joyful learning in the class. Make learning joyful for the student without creating stress amongst them. Appreciate. It will be, see, in the eyes of a teacher, what a child does might be of very simple thing. It might be something negligible. Still, we should think from the student's point of view. Students, even if they are doing something very small, they love to get appreciated. Not only children, even we as teachers, we also love to see and we love to get appreciated for that. Yes, thank you. Yeah, TV Nair ma'am told it's a good example. Okay, thank you so much. Negativism. When we are teachers, please be careful. There are certain symptoms of negativism that come in the mind of a teacher. What is that? Criticize the policies of the institution. We are finding fault with the system. Getting a tendency to make gossips, which is of no use. Blaming others, accusing others, raising complaints against anything. I mean, if the suppose the students are given punishment by the principal or head of the institution or by another teacher because the student came late, there will be some people, oh, giving punishment is not good. The teacher could have told them in a very nice manner. Suppose the teacher told in a nice manner, some people, the regular people with a negativity in them, they will tell that, oh, no, this is not enough. You know that, no, it's not going to work. At least they could have got some corporal punishment. So what I'm telling is, always there will be two versions, or especially the people with a negative attitude, they tend to tell. They tend to show a dissatisfied appearance. Whatever the institution is doing, whatever the principal is doing, whatever the coordinator is giving, whatever the management is giving, whatever the society is giving to you, still always the appearance. It's an appearance of dissatisfaction. We are unable to be happy. Okay, now this one. Okay, what makes a good remote teacher? What makes a good remote teacher? What's your ideas? Okay, we will use the chat box, please. I think that is more comfortable for you. What makes a good remote teacher? Could you please write down in the chat box? What do you think? What are the things a good remote teacher means? A teacher who is conducting online class. What are the things the teacher needs to be careful? Or what are the qualities that a teacher should have, an online teacher? We are coming to the point now. Innovative ideas. Okay, thank you. Confident, yes. Supriya ma'am told, yes, we should be confident. Good interaction and connectivity. Thank you. Should be patient. Technical knowledge is very important. Good explanation capacity with examples. Well prepared. You should be punctual. We should be polite. It should be interesting. Appearance should be very presentable. Very good. Thank you. Appreciating children and parents for the great effort they put in. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Understand the level of students. We should encourage the children. The teacher should be knowledgeable, technologically updated. We should have good knowledge and we should be very pleasant. We should be polite and friendly. We should do the follow-up. Good communication skill, effective communication skill should be there. I totally agree with you, my dear. Smart work, patience, technique to keep children listening, digital knowledge. We should be kind and compassionate. Include activity. We give importance to each and every child. They have to feel that we are with them. We should encourage our students. The concept should reach the students. Very good. The teacher should be lovable. Anita ma'am says, yes, the teacher should be lovable. Good knowledge about the topic and sections, other subsections. Open-mindedness. Sajimo ma'am is telling, yes, we should create interest among children. Teachers should be flexible and check all are attending. Meena ma'am is telling it should be more interactive. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm so happy. We must understand the needs of the students. Yes, thank you so much for your great interaction. I'm so happy to see that. Tips for taking online classes. A few things I would like to share with you, apart from what you mentioned and even including what you mentioned. Treat an online course like a real course. Never think that it's an online class. If you are able to, as a teacher, if you are able to deliver a real class in an online class, I guarantee you'll be a successful online teacher. Hold yourself accountable. Whatever you are doing as an online teacher, you are accountable. For example, I'll come to those topics, those points. I mean, if any distraction happens, we are responsible. Yes, we should understand the capacity of each child. Yes, still a lot of, feedback is coming in the chat box. We should be lovable, update knowledge, understand the capacity of each child. Thank you. Yes, then practice time management. Sometimes when we see the online class, I'm not talking about Crescent School. I'm so proud to say about this school because they are very punctual. And I know that even in your school or you as teachers will be very punctual. But this is something that we need to be careful about. What? Time management. If you have, or if we have a class at 9 o'clock, be ready by 8:45. 8:50, be there online, waiting for the students. Let the students come. Wish them good morning. If the class is up to 9:45, 9:40, try to wind up. Now the final touch for 2-3 minutes and we finish it. Before time or 1 or 2 minutes before, 1 or 2 minutes before time, or exactly on time, because maybe another teacher is waiting for the next session. So time management is something that is to be done very sincerely. And create a regular study space and stay organized. We need to have a regular study space and it should be organized. For example, we have a class. Suppose we are delivering the online class from home. We need to have a fixed place. We need to have a permanent chair and a table there so that you know when you sit down on your chair, where is your height? How much portion of your body will be displayed in the window? How much will the students be able to see? Whether the students are able to see your facial expressions. And we need to stay organized. During the class time, my dear friends, never get up and go to take one book from there. And when you are doing, you are thinking, oh my God, I have to take attendance and attendance sheet is not here, it's in the bag. And you're telling, sorry, please, I'll get the attendance sheet. So before beginning the class, we need to make sure that whatever things are required for my lesson are here at hand on my table. I am fully organized. Eliminate distractions. Please find out a place where you will be seated and your family members or your children will not come to disturb you. It's very important. Because once any distraction comes, the natural flow of the class is lost. And ultimately, the students are going to suffer. And for us, the motivational factor will come down. So we should always try to eliminate all possible distractions, expected and unexpected. Like for example, now today we have got a class and I'm here with you. So my sister's house is very close by. Knowing that I'm at home and it's a Saturday, there is a possibility that my sister might come and ring a bell, maybe for something or the other. So now I don't know whether she will come or not. But what I did was, in advance, as a precaution, I told my sister that from 9:45 to 11:30, I've got a session. Please don't come or ring bell. What I'm telling is, we should think of all possible distractions that may come on the way and try to eliminate them. Figure out how you learn best. When we are going to teach something, we should know what method should I use. Is it oral method? Is it a slideshow method? Or is it by showing some realia? Or is it by singing a song to add color to the class? Actively participate. Please, some classes when we watch now, we feel so sad that the class is so passive. If the students are sleepy, we can't blame them. We need to actively participate in the class that we are taking, leverage network, and thus we need to conduct a good contact with the student. Types of teaching tools. Some of the teachers asked, what can be the teaching tools? According to me, teaching tools include teaching aids. What is teaching aids? Teaching aids means the materials that are used for teaching, like charts, small graphs, realia, the real thing that you can bring to the class. Teaching resources of material, the textbook, the graph page, or if you have got some guides, reference material, yes, flashcards, thank you. Yes, somebody has written flashcards, blackboard, correct? Yes, then teaching methods, there are different methods. If you are teaching language, there is a method called CLT, communicative language teaching, communicative language teaching, CLT. We have got collaborative teaching, cooperative learning. We have got audio-visual method. We have got translation method. Yes, then, so we have got different methods. We cannot stick to a single teaching method which will work with every type of learner. No, no, no. That's why we say we need to read the writings on the wall of the time. We need to be flexible with the changes. We need to understand and realize the requirements of our students. According to that, form our teaching methods, and we will be successful teachers. Teaching skills. What are the skills that as a teacher I need to acquire? Teaching activities. What are the activities that can be brought to my class? Like for example, can I do a whole class work? Can it be a pair work? Should it be a closed pair work or an open pair work? Or one-to-one or group discussion? So in a physical classroom, we can do certain things. In an online class, these things are not possible. So when we are doing online class, we can think of asking them to speak on a particular topic. You can call out individual names and let them speak. And it should be well timed out. Tell them, I'll give you 30 seconds. Inform everyone in advance. Let them speak for 30 seconds. And we should be punctual. We should be very particular about the time, because this will bring a sense of importance of time in their mind. It's not because we don't want to give them more time. Even if we have time, they should know the value of time. Then assessment and evaluation. Then visual aids, audio visual aids, all these are types of teaching tools. What are the latest teaching methods? Some of you asked in the feedback before that was something good that I should appreciate Mr. Prasid, the person responsible for this password publishing. He did a good job. He did the groundwork and asked the teachers, what are the topics that you would like to do? And this was one of the topics. What's it? We need convergent and divergent thinking. Convergent and divergent thinking. One of the teaching methods. Project-based learning. Experiential learning. Inquiry-based learning. Problem-based learning. Cooperative learning. Reciprocal teaching or learning. These are some of the latest teaching methods which are used by or which should be used in our classrooms. Let us go through it one by one. Many methods are clear from the meaning of the word itself. The first one, convergent thinking. What is convergent thinking? Here there is a picture. It says, convergent thinking thinks for a final solution. But divergent thinker, what does he do? He thinks of all possible ways to reach a solution. And a convergent thinker, out of all these, he comes to a final solution. Convergent thinking, the process of figuring out a concrete solution to any problem, whereas divergent thinking, the process of thinking that explores multiple possible solutions in order to generate creative ideas. We need to first develop divergent thinking. From there, we become a convergent thinker because we will get a possibility or we will get an opportunity to study about all the other possible things. Now, rules for effective or divergent thinking. Divergent or creative thinking. Convergent is critical thinking. So, what is divergent? Don't judge the ideas. I mean, when an idea comes to our mind, never filter it, never think that it's not an important idea. This is not valuable. This is less important. No. Don't judge the ideas, but look for a lot of ideas. Accept all ideas. Make yourself stretch for ideas. Be flexible. Take time to let ideas simmer and hitchhike on other ideas. We need to be flexible, we need to be creative and critical. Convergent thinking, what happens? Be deliberate, be explicit, avoid going to the next step, don't avoid tough issues, develop affirmative judgment, don't lose sight of your goals. Our goals are ahead and we need to find a final solution for that. Consider novelty. And Linus Pauling says that the best way to have good ideas, to have lots of ideas and then throw the bad ones away. This is what we need to, we call it prioritizing. We will come to that topic. Next one is project-based learning. What is project-based learning? Project-based learning is a teaching method in which students gain knowledge and skills. Who is this Srija, ma'am? Could you please don't draw on the screen? Please kindly cooperate with me. Thank you. Project-based learning is a teaching method in which students gain knowledge and skills by working for an extended period of time to investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or challenge. So what is that? I'll explain. Project-based learning. Now, CBSE is encouraging the students to make projects. Every MNC, multinational companies, corporate sector is encouraging project-based learning because this helps the students to gain knowledge, experience, and skills. How? They'll be working for an extended period of time. They will investigate various aspects of a problem. They will investigate or examine the various issues of a challenge. They will be ready to find out the answers for a complex question by responding to authentic problems. So project-based learning is something that needs to be encouraged or incorporated. Even in online classes, we can do that. We can assign a topic to our students, tell them to prepare a project. So we should give a very clear guideline on how and what to do. Next one is inquiry-based learning. This is also, it's very clear from the word itself, the terminology. Inquiry-based learning. What's it? It's a form of active learning. That means we have got passive learning and active learning. So this is a form of active learning. What's it? It starts by posing questions, problems, or scenarios. It contrasts with the traditional education, which generally relies on the teacher presenting facts and his or her knowledge about the subject. So in the traditional method, what happens? The teacher is presenting the matter. There is no or least possibility for critical thinking. There is least possibility for the student's doubts clearing. There is least possibility for creating a rapport between the teacher and the student. But in the modern scenario, the teacher is presenting facts. Teacher is ready to share the opinion with the students. The teacher is ready to listen to the students' queries. So inquiry-based learning is by posing questions, problems, or scenario. As a teacher, we can do that. We take an issue, present it in front of students, listen to them, listen to various views, and then come to the genuine answer. Next one is reciprocal learning. It's an instructional model in which students work in pairs to master lesson content. What's it? They cooperate, who tutor and tutee, doer and observer, they cooperate for what? To maximize their own and each other's learning. Reciprocal. It's very clear from the word. Next one is cooperative learning. We also call it as collaborative learning. Cooperative learning is a successful teaching strategy in which small teams, each with the students on different levels of ability, use a variety of learning activities to improve their understanding of a subject. Collaborative learning is otherwise known as small team teaching. Because I'll tell you how to organize it. It's very simple and very effective. When I had been working abroad, I used to do this. Suppose you have 25 or 30 students, suppose 30 students. Divide them into 5 teams of 6 students. And suppose 6 students are there in team. Each and every person will be assigned some or other duty. For example, one person being the coordinator. Another one to write down the ideas that are shared by another one. A third person is a timekeeper. A fourth one is to compile the ideas written by another. Likewise, all members in a group will be assigned with a duty. There comes individual accountability. So first point here in the diagram you can see, in the diagram, you can see that the first one is positive interdependence. Positive interdependence. What is positive interdependence? Positive interdependence means each and every student depends on each other positively, so that they can learn from the other person. Then individual accountability, as I told, when each and every person is given the chance and responsibility, every individual will be accountable to the duty that has been assigned. Promotive interaction. They promote each other through interaction. Conflict management, wherever the issue happens, any conflict, any difference of opinion happens, they solve it then and there. And teacher can be instrumental over there. And group processing. Whatever comes, that is the product of, that's the product of a group, product of a teamwork. We can do very easily, we can implement this in the class. Kolb's experiential learning. Kolb's experiential learning. Actually, this was a term, this is another topic which was asked by some of you. Here, this is an initiative taken by CBSE 2 years back, and I was so fortunate to be the master trainer for experiential learning. I interacted with many people inside Kerala and outside Kerala, and it was a good learning experience for me. What happens in Kolb's experiential learning? There are 4 major domains which are coming in the experiential learning. The Kolb means David Allen Kolb. We call it Kolb's experiential learning cycle, because it's something that has to keep on moving. It starts with the activity, what happened, or facts. I'll give you an example. I decided to do cycling, for example. So the activity that I did is cycling. Second thing, reflection. What did I experience? When I was cycling, what happened to me? Whether I was able to cycle properly, to go straight, or I fell down many times, or I needed support from others. So once the activity is being done, our next step is to reflect upon the activity. Here we always ask what went well, what went wrong. The word what is very important. The word what is very important here. That's the most important word here. Word is what. Word is what. What went well? So we can say that yes, my balance was good. What went wrong? Maybe pedaling the cycle went wrong. I was not used to that, or I didn't have stamina to do that. Or what went wrong? Maybe the balance with the cycle handle, it was not proper. So reflection, when we reflect upon the activity that we did, we are finding what went well, what went wrong. The third one is known as conceptualization. Conceptualization. What is conceptualization? Conceptualization means, yes, okay, somebody has written that if we can bicycle, if we can cycle, we can teach child life. Okay, thank you. Yes, so after reflection, we come to the third domain, conceptualization. What is conceptualization? Why did it happen? So here also the word that is most important is, what is most important? Why. The word why is the most important. Why did that happen? Why did it go well? Why did it go wrong? First one is activity, I'm repeating. Second one is, what did I experience? What went well? What went wrong? Third one, why did it go well? Why did it go wrong? I'm finding out the reasons for that. And fourth one is application. What do I do next? Future. What are the things I need to take care in future? And how can I apply the points that I found for a better performance in future? And the cycle continues with activity next. So when we are doing, as a teacher, when we are doing, we need to make sure, that when we are introducing an activity, whether that activity is in line with the learning outcome. Where do we find the learning outcome? When we write down the lesson plan. When we plan a lesson, the first thing is to find out what is the learning outcome of my class. What will the students be able to by the end of the class? And accordingly, we plan an activity. And after that, what happens? After that, once the plan has been done, we are thinking, what went well? Which steps were okay? Was I able to give a very good introduction to that? Or whether I was able to do the group work as I had planned? Whether I was able to draw the diagram as I had prepared before? Whether I was able to manage the crisis that was there? So what happens is we are thinking what went well, what went wrong. Soon after, once we find the elements, we need to find out the reasons. Why did it go like that? Why did it go well, or why did it go wrong? What are the things that can be improved? That comes in the fourth domain application, and in the next class we are trying to incorporate those points which were left out before and we would like to add. So we need to make sure that experiential, I mean, whatever we teach in a class, it should give a very good experience for the child. When we are teaching experiential learning, we should make sure that every class of 30 minutes or 45 minutes that as a teacher we do in the class should be a real-time experience for the students. Tips to reduce your child's stress and anxiety. Encourage. Now, this can be, even the parents, we are also parents, and we can tell the parents as. Tips to reduce your child's stress and anxiety. Encourage your child to face his or her fears, not run away from them. We should tell them what is escapism. We should tell them whether you know the answer or not, don't log out and leave the group. When we are conducting online class, no, we come to know that yes, when we are asking questions to students, sometimes they deliberately leave the group because they are afraid of the teacher, or they are afraid of the question, or they are afraid of the insult that may happen in front of other students because I am unable to answer the question raised by the teacher. Teach the child, even though you are not able to answer my question, don't run away. Don't leave the group. Be there. Listen to other students' answer. Learn. Tell your child that it's okay to be imperfect. Let me tell you one example. It was just 1 month back. What happened was, Sunday, I had planned for some work, some household work. I thought that, okay, Sunday is a holiday, free day. I'll be at home, no need to go to the office, so I'll complete such and such works. I planned it out on Saturday. Sunday morning, when I got up, I'm not in a good mood. And I don't feel like doing something. I had my breakfast, sat on my settee, on my sofa, like a couch potato, started watching TV for some time. I got restless, just got up and started walking up and down inside the house, just opened the door and went out and walked over there for some time, came inside. Likewise, then soon after the lunch, I felt very, very sleepy, and I thought that, okay, I'll lie down for some time, have a siesta. Finally, towards the end, what happened was I felt that, oh, this day was a waste. I did not do anything. And I've got a friend, okay, her name is Jaya. She is in Bangalore now. So she told me that, no, I shared with her. I told Jaya, my friend's wife, Mr. Nandakumar, both of them are settled. She's a psychologist. When I was talking, I told Jaya, see, today I feel that I'm not at all happy and satisfied, because towards the end of the day, when I am looking back from morning, actually it was a waste. I did not do anything productive today. So I wasted the whole day. And you know the reply. That is what I have written, the second point. It is okay to be imperfect. Means it is sometimes okay to be not okay. She told me, it's not necessary to be okay always. And this is part of life. We need to tell the child, it is okay to be imperfect. Not always, but sometimes. No issues at all. Focus on the positives and tell them that you have this quality, that quality, and see you are a good student. I'm teaching business studies for +2 now. One student, he doesn't take much interest in the studies, and he did not complete the task also one day. One day it happened. I would have blamed him in front of all the others that you are very irresponsible. But you know, I found another positive thing with him. He was the one who logged in as the first participant. So I appreciated him. I told him, yes, my dear, even though you have not done your assignment, you were the first one to enter into the class today. That shows you are interested. Thank you for that. Now tomorrow you can, or today, this evening, you can complete your assignment and send it to me. He felt satisfied. So likewise, what I'm telling is, we need to focus on the positives. Then reward your child's brave behaviors, whatever the child is doing. Help your child to problem solve. As a parent, as a teacher, sit with the children. Try to help them. Then, I think, okay. Okay, right. Then, reward, okay. Help your child to problem solve. Practice relaxation exercises with your child, like yoga or meditation, or taking deep breath in the morning. Such exercises can be done along with your child, because the child will come to know, yes, when pressure is there, we can adopt certain methods or strategies. Then last point is very important, point number 7, never give up. Never give up what? Never give up anything in life. Tell the child, if you are a parent, tell your son or daughter. If you are a teacher, you tell your students, never give up in your life. Yesterday, I happened to watch a short film which shows in 2018 flood, a person called Mr. Michael. For him, the most important and valuable was a violin. He was a violinist. And all of a sudden, at night, while vacating the house because of the flood, he forgot to take the violin when he moved to another house. He thought his son will take, but in a hurry, no one thought of it. And after 3-4 days, once the flood was over, they went and they found that the violin was fully broken. But you know, what happened is, this Mr. Michael, he told his son, okay, you get all the pieces. And I saw the photograph, almost it has been broken into 25 to 30 pieces. He inquired many people who will repair the violin. And even if it is being repaired, whether the original genuine tone will be there while playing the violin. But we should admire the consistency and the determination of that man who is almost 70 years old. He found out someone, he gave the violin and he got it repaired. Yesterday, one short film was released with Adijivanam, that is the name of that. And there he plays that violin. Beautiful music comes. This shows that never give up anything in life, because life is very important. Benefits of parent involvement. Some people had asked for parent involvement. How can we do, or what can we do, or what is the importance of parent involvement? Benefits of parent involvement is perform better on standardized tests. Always try to involve the parent when we are conducting online classes. If the student is absent for 1 or 2 days, immediately call the parent. And it is not to complain, but tell the parent, give them a positive stroke. Tell that your son used to be present in the class, but now for the past 1 or 2 days, he is not in the class. What happened? Is there any reason? They might have got some genuine reason. So instead of getting angry or shouting at the parent in the beginning itself, it's very important that we need to know the reason. Then get better grades. So when the parents' involvement is there, the students get better grades because parent will take up the responsibility of helping the child to learn. Have good attendance. Parent is involved, child will be attending the class regularly because parent will pay attention. Feel better about themselves and about school. When the parents are with you, the parents will always think good about the institution. They will always praise you as a teacher. They will tell, oh, my dear teacher, ma'am or sir, your performance is extraordinary. It is brilliant. My child is very happy. And I also observed, I also attended some of your classes. It's really awesome. And what else we would like to listen from others that, yes, my class is good. So we can involve parent. Then taking challenging classes. Sometimes apart from the normal classes, please go ahead with some other topic. Yes. Yes, there are very good comments in the chat box. Thank you so much. Okay. Have good social skills. Behave better at school and at home. I mean, never use any harsh words, never shout at the students in a very horrible way. We can be very gentle. At the same time, we can be very firm in our views. We can express our ideas in a very firm language, but not in a rude way, not in an insulting manner. Have good social skills, continue their education after school. Okay, fine. Next topic, or some people asked, yes, we'll be winding up in 10 minutes. So what is holistic development? Holistic development refers to a complete development. It includes body, mind, and soul. In order to develop all of them, one really needs to do physical exercise because body is involved. So holistic development is possible only by developing one's body, mind, and soul. This is what, as a teacher, we need to find that we are imparting holistic development to our child. Let me tell you one example. It was in 2017. I joined as the principal in Crescent Public School, Chalakudi. And maybe after 6 or 7 months, I received a call from the parent saying that, sir, I am parent of so-and-so boy. I told, okay, fine. Which class is he studying? Because that time I was not knowing the students as such. Now I know most of the students by their name and even their parents. So I asked, okay, which class is he studying? And the parent told that he's studying in class 7 or I think class 7, something. Okay, fine. Please tell me what's the issue. And told that, see, for the past 2 days, he's being taken to the playground and the PT sir is telling that he should play football. He should run. Now listen, sir, the parent, the last sentence, please listen. Sir, I'm not sending my son to the school to run and play. I'm sending him to educate, to teach him to study. So I listened to him very peacefully, in a very calm way. I told, please, my dear friend, listen to me. Holistic development, or it's a full package. The child needs to get developed in mind, body, and soul. It was not like this in a very nice Malayalam language. I explained the whole thing to him. And I told, next time when you come to pay the fees or when you visit school, please meet me. I'll sit with you for some time. I'll tell you what's the importance of sports, physical activities. So what I'm telling is, when we are aiming at holistic development, there can be different opinions from people, but it's you as a teacher, it's me as an educator, should tell the parent, we are focusing on each and every aspect of a child. And for the educator, a holistic approach includes recognizing, identifying, teaching, counseling, supporting, challenging, encouraging, and including children in their development. A teacher needs to be a motivator, needs to be a leader, a friend, a guide, a mentor, a facilitator, and whatnot. And our duties vary from recognizing to identifying to teaching to counseling to supporting to challenging to encouraging and including children in their development. So many things can be done as a teacher, and we need to do that. Yes, this is not very important because you know those things. I'll come to the next topic. Yes, please look at this picture, and could you please comment in the chat box, what do you see in the picture? What do you see in the picture? Please tell me. Or what do you understand from the image that I am showing? Is there anything wrong with the photograph? Is there anything wrong in what the man is doing? Curious. Okay, thank you. Smirosha, ma'am wrote. He is not recognizing the opportunities around him. Liji Marina, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Not using the correct resource. Thanks a lot. Very interesting. Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, he is frustrated. He could have used the ladder. He doesn't know how to use opportunity. Wonderful. He is not using the ladder properly. He is confused. A lot of abilities, but not able to use. Not using the correct way of doing. He wishes to reach other side, but not using the resources correct way. Thank you so much, my dear. I feel so excited when I'm getting very nice, very interesting feedback from you. Now, that's correct what you told. It doesn't matter how many resources you have. If you don't know how to use them, they will never be enough. May I share a very simple incident with you? When I was working in the Sultanate of Oman, one day I went to a barber shop, haircutting salon. And there is a box, sterilized box, in which I found out a lot of tools kept. I was so interested and eager because, you know, when we go to the haircutting salon, no, we are so happy when they are doing different machines, massaging your head, shoulder, hand and face and all. So I was just eagerly waiting. After half an hour, maybe 20-25 minutes, the haircutting is over and the person told, okay, yes, sir, finished. I told, finished? Yeah, over. I told, no, now so far you took only pair of scissors and one or two combs and a razor. That's all. I mean, you did not use the equipments or the tools that you have kept. And you know his reply, he told that, sir, here there used to be inspection from the municipality and they want to see all these tools in the sterilized box. Otherwise they will charge penalty from us. That's why we have kept. Actually, very frankly speaking, sir, I don't know how to make use of those things. I have just kept them, but I am using only the traditional pair of scissors and comb. If this example has got any similarity with any of you with regard to classroom teaching, it is quite casual. Never take it to be something personal. Isn't it happening in our classes? We are going to our class and we have a lot of resources. A lot of teaching aids can be there. But do we make use of them properly? Sometimes it goes like that. Sometimes the manager or principal or coordinator or headmistress visits your class. A lot of resources are used. A lot of teaching materials and teaching aids are used. Otherwise, sometimes we forget to take even the lesson plan to the class. Even the textbook we forget to take and we borrow it from the children. Sometimes we forget the marker and we forget it. So likewise, what I want to conclude is, we have a lot of resources and we need to make proper use of them. I can do attitude should be there, not I can't. I can. And you know this person, Colonel Sanders, the master and owner of Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. He started with a small shop. It was failure. Still, he did not give up. And he is having now thousands of branches all over the world. And you can see another attitudes. I mean, this is the matter. This is the difference in the attitude of people. Both are having the same color of dress, same design of dress. And the elder one, you can see The facial expression says that I am dressed just like my sister. That means then what difference it makes? She is also like me. I'm also like her. And second one, what does she say? I am dressed just like my sister. She feels proud. So situation is the same, but the attitude is what matters. Stephen Johnson said in his book, Where Good Things Come From, it's from teamwork. Now let me come to, yes. Last 2-3 slides. We'll be winding up exactly, yes, on time. Please, change is inevitable. In 1998, 170,000 employees worked in Kodak. 85% photo paper was from Kodak. You know Kodak. And now, even Kodak cameras are no more. Kodak papers are not used. Because they did not change as the time changed. HMT watches. Once it was pride of people. Now, is there HMT company in Kerala? Dynora TV, Bajaj two-wheelers, Nokia mobile phones, Rajdoot two-wheeler, ambassador cars. What happened with all these things? They were not able to cope up with the changes. This is what happened. Yes. And the last points I am coming to is values. We need to give values to our students. We need to tell the children that certain values like respect for the elders, respect for your teachers, punctuality, integrity in you, the honesty as a student that you need to teach, your parental care, a lot of things to be taught. So if we don't incorporate the values in our education system, we are going to have bad time. Prioritizing, what is prioritizing? When so many things are there and when we are unable to do them with limited time, we need to prioritize things, which has to be done, which has not to be done. That's it. We are coming to the last one. Yes. The zone of negativity is known from past till present where we had problems. We should always look at the future. We should always look at future. Okay, fine. Emotional intelligence. Okay, the last slide. Do you want to communicate effectively during an online lesson? If yes, British Council's eminent educationist says that, Graham Stanley says that, make eye contact by looking at the camera lens. Because when you look at the lens, the students feel that you are looking at their face, you are looking at them. Never look at the frame or never look at the table here and there. Check your screen presence. Before class, you sit down and see whether half of your face is visible or is there proper lighting on your face, whether your body is visible. Make sure. Don't just be a talking head. Never sit down like a newsreader and read. Sometimes make changes, movements with your physical body. Sometimes you come closer so that the expressions that are there on your face, let it be visible to the students. Use your voice in different ways. You can change your voice, the tone, not use the same tone always. Minimize distractions, take yourself off screen. Sometimes if you have brought some material, show it also to the screen. Then be familiar with your technology, prepare to troubleshoot. So that's what I am. Now the last one, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam told, teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If the people remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. The last sentence, that should be applied to each and every one of us. If the students remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. My dear friends, dear participants, I'm so happy to be here with you. and we should be remembered by our students as an excellent teacher, as a great teacher who inspired everyone to be something noble and great in their life. Thank you so much. And I would like to grab this opportunity to thank you, every participant, and Mr. Prasid, and all the other, the complete crew of Password Publishing Company. Of course, they did not tell me to tell you, but I'm telling, we are having some of their books in our classroom, in our school curriculum. They are of very good quality, and I appreciate those who have taken that book. Sure, I know that they are doing a lot of research and study for bringing out the latest curriculum. So I wish them all the best. And thank you once again for inviting me to talk to you and for your active participation. Have a great day ahead. Happy weekend.
Thank you very much, George sir, for enlightening us with a very quality session. I'm sure most of us, we got something new from your words. And again, on behalf of Password, let me extend my official thanks to you. And my thanks to the person behind the scenes, Mr. Srijit, Head of Care Operations of Password Publishing House, who ensured that all the technical and technology parts of the session was going well. And we had a very sound limitation when it comes to the number of participants who attend the session. So we were forced to limit it to 500. So what we have done is we have recorded the entire session, and this will be available on our official YouTube page. Teachers who are here, kindly see to it that your friends who have missed the session today, kindly be informed that this is available on our YouTube channel, and they can view the same at their convenient time. Thanks to all the principals, thanks to all the teachers who took the pain today to attend the program. Thank you once again. Have a great day. Thank you, Ananda.
I'll stay online for 5 minutes more. If you have any queries, please, you can ask. Otherwise, my mobile number is there. My email ID has been displayed over there. If you have any queries, you can contact me personally. Thank you so much.